They were doing construction that night on the shorter route.
He couldn't have gotten home in time to kill his wife.
By the time you were at trial, the road was open again and no one thought about it or checked. I'm so sorry.
My whole case was a timeline built on a road that Joshua Morton never could have traveled. I convicted an innocent man.
See this? Mr. Horner lent me a suit for trial.
Sorry it's not a better suit, but they don't pay parole officers much.
Ben, you excuse us?
Sure. I'll see you later.
I don't know how to. In '92, I was a new DA, inexperienced. And by the time of the Rodney King riots, the city was a mess. Our office was losing trials, too many cases, too little time, and I didn't go out to the crime scene. I didn't drive the route you took. My job was over when I won the trial. I moved on. The system moved on. The only one who did not move on was you. You wrote me. Said you were innocent.
When I was threatening to kill you. But I got over that anger. I had to. Anger is what kills you. Don't blame yourself for this.
Who else can I blame? I carried the burden. I convicted you. And I was wrong. I am sorry.
Don't tell me. Tell my daughter. The day Sloan died, when I got home, I saw this brick in front of my apartment, blood all over it. After I saw Sloan dead, I got rid of the brick. I'd already been convicted for something I didn't do. And someone was trying to send me back to jail. I didn't tell you because I didn't trust you enough. I do now.
Joshua threw the murder weapon away. It was a brick. He said he found it outside of his apartment.
Threw it away. So what, he was innocent of the first murder he was convicted of, but guilty of the second murder?
I don't know. Could anyone else have done this?
Yeah. I mean, lots of people knew Sloan had cash on him that day. I mean, anybody in the building could have done it. Look, we're looking at other suspects. We'll keep looking.
I know who you are. Get out.
Your father didn't kill your mother.
Lawyers. He'll say and do anything just to win.
I did win. I convicted him. But I shouldn't have won. And I can prove it. Your father is innocent. If you don't believe him, believe me. If you don't come to court and your father is convicted, he will go to death row. And he will be executed.
My mother was my age, 25, when he killed her. He's already lived 20 more years than she had.
Your Honor, the prosecution thanks and accepts juror number 11.
Oh, he looks serious.
He's Orthodox Jewish. Not Reform, not conservative. Orthodox.
Jews believe in an eye for an eye. In fact, they invented it.
That's not true.
Yes, actually, it is. Read the Bible. It helps with juries.
Your Honor, the defense thanks and accepts juror number 11 for this panel.
When they convict, he'll vote to execute. What?
You won't get the chance. Jewish law requires 2 eyewitnesses before you can convict someone for murder. The DA only has 1. I do read the Bible.
The cops may have talked to someone who had other information, someone who they didn't want to testify, someone we missed. I think maybe we should canvass the area again.
Here's the list of the people we couldn't get in contact with.
All right, why don't I take A through M? You can take the names N through Z. Alden.
The witness said he saw Joshua kill Sloan through here at what time?
Actually, it's right about now. Why?
Look through the window. What do you see? Nothing, right? Yes, the eyewitness could see through the window, but not if the sun's glare was on it. I looked it up. It was sunny and clear on the day of the murder. So then I got the position of the sun for that time of year. The witness says he looked through the window at 12:15. If he did, he could see fine. But if he was there later, between 12:30 and 2 p.m., when the sun moved behind the building, he couldn't have seen anything. From 12:30 until 2, the glare on that glass would have made it impossible to see through it.
So if Beck was at the window later than he said, he didn't see the killer.
All we have to do is prove it.
Joshua, your daughter's here.
She looks just like her mother.
Let him talk to her. He hasn't seen his daughter in years.
Well, she's not here for him. She's my witness. If I'm able to introduce the prior murder, she's going to testify about it. I'd call you, but you're not available, are you?
The DA is desperate. He can't win this case, so he wants to retry the old case. The prior conviction should not be admitted as evidence. It is not relevant.
Not relevant? Is Mr. Trott kidding? Joshua Morton killed before. You can't get more relevant than that.
Relevance isn't the only issue here. By law, the court can't let the prior conviction in as evidence because it is too prejudicial.
Of course it's prejudicial. We're trying to convict him, but it's not overly or unfairly prejudicial. And let me add, Mr. Graves certainly thought the first murder was relevant when he prosecuted it.
Your Honor, I'm not in a position to defend what I did 15 years ago, and I won't. What I will defend is my client's right to be judged on the facts of this case, and not anything else.
The prior conviction is relevant, but it's also prejudicial. Too prejudicial. I worry that the jury will convict based on it instead of on the facts of this murder. I'm doing you a favor, Mr. Keller. I'm saving you from losing a conviction on appeal. The prior conviction will be excluded for the trial.
By defending a guy you put away, isn't it like pissing on your own work? You're worse than a defense lawyer. You're a traitor.
Winning the motion helps us win the trial.
If we'd lost, she'd have stayed. Almost wish we'd lost.
How close were you to the window when you looked through it?
About 10 feet away.
Mr. Beck, can you indicate on this diagram where exactly you were?
Here.
Let the record reflect, you marked your position on Defense Exhibit 53. What time of day was it?
It's in my logs. 12:15.
I think you're wrong. We talked to other customers on your route. Based on their statements and your own records, you didn't arrive at the apartment until 12:45.
That doesn't change what I saw.
You're wrong about that, too. If you were standing on that spot at 12:30 or later, this is what your view of that window would have been. There would have been a glare preventing you from looking inside.
I'm telling you, I saw what I saw.
You don't seem to like the idea of being wrong.
Objection.